So if you're like me and love filming but hate memorizing every single line, I got something that you might make your life a lot easier. Today I'm sharing how I set up a teleprompter for Osmo Pocket 3 using affordable gear and keeping the whole thing under 200 quid. I've tried out few DIY filming setups and this one is a game changer for adding that extra polish without the stress. Because I really look for a teleprompter for Osmo Pocket and I could not find it. So I decided to make my own. So let's go through what I used and how I put it all together and a few tips to get the most of your DIY teleprompter setup. Ready? Let's go! First off, what's a teleprompter? It's a tool used by many presenters allowing you to read your script while you look directly to the camera. The text is reflected on a mirror so you can deliver your lines naturally without glancing away. Yeah, the teleprompter actually is a mirror that goes into 45 degrees and reflects the tablet with. So here you always have to imagine where the camera is and reading on this mirror, but actually looking into the camera. And how the teleprompter works is you put your camera here, that's kind of adaptable, and the camera is staying inside this very dark bag, which means it's gonna look like it's a transparent screen, reflecting what's showing in your screen device. Super helpful for keeping things smooth, especially if you're working solo. Now, there's a lot of different teleprompters out there. Some with a higher budget, and even some that comes with a screen already attached to it. But for this setup, I wanted to keep things as cost-effective as possible. So I went for separated components that work just as well for the fraction of the price. So if you look for a cheaper way to creating a nice teleprompter setup, this video is for you. Here's what I got to make up this setup work all for under 200 quid. The biggest expense, the teleprompter itself. I chose the newer basic X12B teleprompter, which costs around 110. It's a sturdy piece of equipment with metal construction and glass. It's a quite heavy teleprompter. It's over 1 kilo 600 grams. You need to have a very good tripod to hold it. I tried my regular ones and they're kind of going down slowly. So I need to buy a new tripod. And I got this KNF concept one. From its description shows that it handles more weight than the teleprompter itself. Then was perfect for me and it's quite sturdy. One of the issues about fitting the Osmo Pocket into the teleprompter is the height of the camera. So it's quite a vertical one. And you need a solid base to make it more stable inside it. Of course you can use the adapter that comes already with the camera, but then you're gonna adding at least 2 fingers more height to it. So I decided to go for a generic adapter, which as you can see is quite 1/3 of the size. And it's quite heavy, so it's perfect for make it stable. And I like this so much that even I bought more than one to use like in these ready-to-go tripods. In this way I don't need to connect all the time, and then I just have ready to go. But as this is not an official piece, you can see it's a bit not 100% tight, but it does the job like this. It's not gonna fall out. So again, I think the height compensates. Perfect for our teleprompter. And by coincidence, it fit perfectly here. I just slide here with these 2 bolts and stays even more fixed. That was an extra benefit I got from this. And in this case, I just go fit the camera here perfectly, and then you need to put inside the bag, and then you're ready to go. To reflect the script on the teleprompter, you need a screen. Now, you can use an existing tablet or a phone, but I decided to pick up a budget-friendly tablet. CIDEA 8-inch is not like a tablet that you can use for several things, because the performance is not that good. But again, it was quite cheap screen, and then I can just use for dedicated use for my teleprompter app. That's why I chose the cheapest one with the size that I wanted. It runs the teleprompter app smoothly and keeps my main devices free. By the way, I'm Johnny and this is Design Globetrotter, where we dive into design solutions that make life easier, whether it's filming, curating, or exploring the world through design. If you enjoy this and want more practical tips, consider subscribing. And here's the setup. This teleprompter comes with a suitcase where you can storage, but as I just use for this, I just leave it with the connector here, the tablet in front, the remote of the teleprompter on the top. It's quite convenient to just put in the corner behind the door, so I just leave it, this setup, ready to go all the time. The only thing I need to do is recharging the tablet anytime I need to use it. Now, why go to the effort of setting up a teleprompter? For anyone filming regularly, it keeps your eyes on the lens, which makes it look like you're speaking directly to the audience. It's also a massive help for remembering your script so your delivery stays smooth and professional. It can be used to read the entire script, or maybe just key points for you to remember to say, especially if we talk about locations and dates, and other relevant information that you don't want to forget, and avoiding the pressure of memorize every single line. So here's a few tips to make the most of a teleprompter. First, use the text as a guide, but try going off script here and there for a more natural delivery. Set a scrolling speed that matches your speaking pace. It's key to keep things smooth. And keep your setup and light balanced to avoid reflections on the lens or in the screen. And here I have my teleprompter setup for under 200 quid. This cost-effective setup takes you from script to the camera with ease, adding that polished touch to your videos. So if you're ready to improve your filming process, give this DIY teleprompter setup a try, and you might seek for another types of adaptations. But I particularly like the way I did it. That's why I'm sharing this with you. And if you're curious about how the Osmo Pocket stands up against other filming options, especially if you're still deciding between setups, check my comparison with iPhone 16 Pro. You see both cameras test across different settings like zoom, night mode, slow motion, among other things. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.